Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I have this 12 by 24 cabin on my lot with the red metal roof. This is our honey gold stain on T111 Duratemp plywood siding that's 5/8 inches thick. So that's just a stain, it's not a paint. And it's our standard stain called honey gold. This has 3 windows, 2x3s, and I'll show them to you in just a minute. Standard walk-in door. Standard on that 12 by 24 is a 4-foot porch. So the 24 length includes that 4-foot porch, so keep that in mind. This one is unique in that it sat at a different dealership's lot unsold for a long time. So I have a very special discount on it because it's aged inventory, but it's brand new. It's never been used. It's not a repo. All right, so you take advantage of the special discount on this particular building, and I'll have that somewhere in the video description, also on my website. All right, so let's talk about it. Standard walls, 2x4s, premium grade, pressure treated lumber, 2x4s that are 16 inches apart. Okay, standard, and we double stud them every 4 feet or every third wall stud. It's double studded, so you go 1, 2, and then double. Single, single, and then double. We do that all the way around. We double stud all of our door and window frames. At a minimum, they're going to be double studded, and that means that the door and window frame is going to stay square with the building, so that once the building is on your site, the door and window, and once the building is leveled on your site, the door and window should open and shut freely like it's supposed to do. Now, other companies don't necessarily double stud their door and window frames, so if you're shopping around, I encourage you to check for that, because once the building is transported, it's not square necessarily, and so once it's set on your site, the door and window may not open freely. Ours will stay square because we double stud those to strengthen those frames, okay? Single stud on the bottom of the walls, double studs at the top, so the wall caps, wall plates, or whatever you want to call them, wall headers, are double studded 2x4s. We do that to give us a sturdy base to anchor our roof trusses to the tops of the walls. So we do double studs there. This one has metal hurricane clips. We now use metal hurricane screws, which are almost twice as strong as the metal clips. But even with the metal clips, that was an upgrade compared to just about every other portable building company that's out there. They don't mount their roof trusses with strong metal hurricane clips or screws. We do, and that's part of the reason we offer a 150-mile-an-hour wind gust engineer certified rating on our buildings. That's part of the reason we can do that, is the way we mount our roof trusses to the tops of our walls. Now I wonder if you can see there's some light peeking in up there, 4 little dots of light. That's all throughout the side of the building, and that's because we have a soffit vent on the side of that building. It's patented, so it's a Graceland exclusive, and it's on both sides of the building. That patented soffit vent allows for a superior amount of airflow compared to buildings that don't have a soffit vent. That soffit vent works in conjunction with our screened-in roof ridge vent that runs the entire peak of the roof, and it's screened in, keeps out bugs and debris, but it allows a lot more air to flow up and out on both sides. So we have superior venting compared to all the other portable building companies out there. Part of it's because we have a patent on it, so it's exclusive. But we move more air, and what that means is that we can get more air humidity out of the building, which gives you less chance for mold and mildew to accumulate inside the building because we have superior ventilation. It also helps to keep the building cooler in the hot summertime. All right. Now let's talk about the roof. The roof trusses, what I want you to notice, big triangle. What's the standard for this style of roof? But our triangle roof trusses are a little different. The base of that roof truss rests on the top of that wall cap. Same thing over here. You'll notice when you look at other companies that build a similar style roof truss, that base board is not resting on the wall caps. They put a shorter board and they go up higher. We rest them on the tops of our walls, and that gives you extra lateral stability across the top of the building. Similar to how we do our floor joists underneath, there's lateral stability in the floor joists. We have lateral stability in our roof trusses as well. I'm not aware of any other portable building company out there that builds their roof trusses like that. Now the roof is OSB, standard OSB roof decking. On the outside of the roof is the metal. Between the metal and the roof decking is a moisture barrier, a tar paper. And then on this particular building, we have our G-board radiant barrier roof applied to the inside. That reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat, makes a huge difference in the hot summertime, keeps the building about 20 degrees cooler than a building that does not have the radiant barrier in it. So it makes a huge difference, especially if you're going to turn this cabin into like an office space or a hunting cabin. it would make a great place for that. And if you're going to be inside of this in the summertime, you definitely want that radiant barrier inside the roof. Makes a huge difference. All right, it has 2x3 windows, 1, 2, and 3. It has a standard walk-in door, 36 by 80. We call that a 9 light. So 36 by 80 is a standard walk-in door size. The floors are 5/8" pressure treated plywood, and they're tongue and groove, so they're interlocked with one another. Forgot to mention that our plywood siding is also tongue and groove, so they're interlocked with one another. Underneath the floor, in the subfloor, we use 2x6 floor joists, not 2x4s like our wall studs, but 2x6s. And like our wall studs, they are 16 inches apart underneath. You can order one custom built from the plant at 12 inches on center instead of 16 if you want a super heavy duty subfloor. But 16 inches on center is perfectly fine for what most people are going to use a building like this for. It's very strong and sturdy subfloor. Underneath that we have 4x6 runners, the skids underneath the building, and they run the entire length of the building, and there'll be 2 of them on this one, so 1 and then 2. They are notched out 1 inch deep for every floor joist to sit down inside those runners. So underneath the building, our floor joists attach to the big 4x6 skids because they're notched out 1 inch deep for every single floor joist. I don't know of any other portable building company that attaches their floor joists to their runners like we do, which gives you a super strong and sturdy foundation upon which to build your building. Prices for this building, I already told you there's a special discount on this particular building because it's aged inventory, but every month we have different discounts that also apply, and they change out sometimes in the middle of the month. So hit up my website, you see it right there on the screen. Go to the website, that's where I should have the most up-to-date pricing. I try to keep it up to date on YouTube and Facebook as well. If you're active duty or retired military, there is also an additional discount that always applies to you, so thank you for your service. Delivery is free within 50 miles of my lot. Anything past 50 miles, we do charge a mileage fee. Delivery includes us setting up the building on the concrete blocks that you provide, and then we will attempt to anchor, we'll level it on the blocks, level it up there, and then we'll attempt to anchor it into the ground if you want us to anchor it, assuming your ground is suitable for anchoring, all right? Okay. I forgot to mention, rent to own is available, no credit check. 1 month payment is the minimum that is required up front. If you do 2 months up front, then you get 90 days after the building is delivered before your next payment comes out. So rent to own is a very easy way to get into one of these buildings for very little money. So if you're low on cash flow, you can still get one of these and get it going very, very quickly, very, very easy. Everyone who applies is, I mean, there's really no application. If you want to do rent to own, you can do rent to own, all right? If you have any questions about this building or anything else on my lot, or if you want me to help you design one online, just reach out to me. You got my number there on the screen. You can call me or text me. You can hit me up on my website with my chat function, okay? Aloha from the Ozarks.